Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. Once again, outstanding production here. We have the Patriots Incorporated, technology nonprofit organization led by the Mr. Thurman Jones. I mean, fantastic gentleman. Hey, Thurman, welcome to the Ed Brown Show. And I mean, that program that the Patriots have is outstanding. I've been down there and I see exactly what you're doing, and I'd like to congratulate you. Hey, you tell us about the Patriots, and following that, give us a breakdown of some of the things that you were involved with.
Well, first off, thank you, Mr. Brown. Always nice to be on an award-winning show like yours. And once again, we are very pleased to share with the community what we do in the Prince George's County, as well as the Washington, D.C. area. As you know, we have a nonprofit organization. Our main focus is STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. We recognize that students love to compete against one another, but what we try to do is put students in groups and have them compete against other schools. Some of the programs we have is like Legos. You know, there's like 10 on the team. They understand how to program and design Lego. We have a robotic team. We also have the Seaperch, teach them how to do underwater robotics. And the Navy is very supportive of that in NAVC because you can't do this without partners.
Hey, you need volunteers,
that's right, and resources. Always need resources.
Right.
And the community have did a great job in helping us build our organization for the last 14 years. We also have a Science Bowl competition where we try to get more students to compete in science project. And Department of Energy work with us. We host the middle school Science Bowl competition. We have a 5-week summer camp, 3 weeks in the classroom. 1 week we send the student out on a job assignment. And then we go to different organizations to get kids the opportunity to see government and corporation. And we in the Navy, once again, NAVC come in for 1 week, teaching students how to do underwater robots, Legos, build rockets, and also alarm systems. And we also have a video gaming conference. We know all students like to play video games, but our biggest thing is to teach them how to design video games and then how to program them. And we have 2 new programs this year. I'm very excited about working with NASA and Lockheed Martin and a couple other companies. We're doing a solar system competition where the students do a research on one of the planet, a brochure, a website, and then NASA has agreed to host us to have the competition. It's 9 middle school, 10 on the team, and the winning team goes down to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. And we also have a flight simulation, getting students involved with aviation engineering. And for 3 months, the first month we did research on different careers in aviation. Then we took another month and we built 4 simulators. And then at the Youth Summit, May 7, which we're going to talk about, the students get a chance to compete against one another to see who can fly the best mission. So those are some of the things that we do.
That's fantastic. Now, you have a terrific exhibit here. You want to start explaining that?
Yeah, Mr. Brown, let me sort of give you a snapshot of our programs that we do at Patriot. You know, one of the programs we have is a Lego competition where we work with the middle school student, 8 to 14 years old. We teach them how to design and build and program Legos. And then we have a competition. And then basically what we do is prepare the student for the U.S. First competition up in Baltimore, University of Maryland, Baltimore campus. Then we have an in-house competition among ourselves with 54 students that we had last year at Kenmore Middle School. Then that's for the middle school. Then we move to the robotic team, and that's for the high school students, where we teach the high school students how to build robots. And we have 6 weeks to build this robot, and then we ship it off to U.S. First into Baltimore. And it's about 65 teams. In 2009, we won the championship at the Navy Academy, but this year they moved it to Baltimore for the last couple of years. And so we came in the middle of the pack for that competition, and now our team is going down to St. Louis to compete in the national U.S. First competition. And we partner with...
When will you be going to St. Louis?
We'll be going to St. Louis on April the 25th.
April 25th?
We'll be going down there for 4 days. Yes, sir.
All right.
And so we got about 30 students. And we partner with Forestville Military Academy, which we're really excited about that opportunity. And we also host the middle school Science Bowl for the Department of Energy for the state of Maryland. unheard of to have a national program, but we sort of work with the middle school. And the middle schools do a Jeopardy competition, and they also build a solar car. And we have different volunteers come in and help us put these programs on. Because, you know, as a nonprofit, we need resources and we need volunteers.
And the volunteers. Don't forget that volunteer.
Yes, yes, sir.
That's what I tell everyone about your program.
Right. And we're so blessed to have the parents that's engaged with our program, because all the parents want the best for their children. And instead of just dropping the children out, they come in and pitch in. So we're really happy about the science. But we had 22 teams throughout the state of Maryland. Matter of fact, we had 2 teams from Delaware that competed.
Is that right?
Yeah, so people around this
area familiar with it.
Right. Another program for our middle school student is the sea perch competition.
That's not fishing, is it?
No, sir, not. This is deep sea one. And we partner with BA System, which is on our board, and also the Navy Academy, NAVC, and the University of Maryland. Once again, volunteers, because we can't do this by ourselves. And they come in and teach the student how to program and build these underwater robots. And Navy has a national program that we're going to be competing next year.
Is that right?
In the sea perch.
Now, where will that be held?
That'll be up in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia,
yes,
city of brotherly love.
Yeah, we're going north, sir. Yeah.
Right.
So we're happy about all the programs. Because, you know, students don't want you to talk to them all day. They want to fix, break, or develop something.
On hands.
That's right, hands-on. So that's what we want to do with our youth in Prince George's County and within the Washington, D.C. region. Now, I cannot brag enough about the Navy and NAVC because they have really stepped up over the last 5 years to help us out. Now, every year we go down to the Navy Academy. The Navy Academy have a summer camp, and we got 2 students applying for that this year. Hopefully we can get both of them in there. And, of course, you can get a free education going to the Navy Academy.
Is that right?
$180,000. It could be more.
$180,000. You know, people talk about the tuition like it's a house note.
Right.
Because when you finish school, the tuition is like $100,000 and some thousand that you have to pay back.
Yeah, the Navy going to give you a house, but they're going to put it in your education. And so we've been down there. They showed us how they work on airplanes. They also show them how they work on different rockets and stuff. And also, so they do a lot of things at the Navy Academy. We're very excited about that. Matter of fact, they have a NSBE, National Society of Black Engineer chapter, collegiate chapter on the Navy Academy, and we have a junior chapter, and we have the largest chapter.
No kidding.
Yes.
Right.
And we have over 500 students in that chapter.
No kidding. 500 students.
Yeah, we have a lot of students.
Gee, that's because you have an excellent program.
Oh, well, we appreciate it.
Right.
And another program we have is our summer camp, and this is for middle school or high school students, but you know, high school students want to go out and make some money.
Right.
But they still like to come here because they like to get their hands-on and their experience.
How many weeks is that?
It's a 5-week program, 3 weeks in the classroom. 1 week we send the student all on a job assignment, and we get those
on-job training.
On-job training. Plus, some of them give you a stipend. So then that's a good thing. But hopefully next year they'll be working at some of these companies. They do a good job. So we do have professional development, and that's why we want to send our students out there to prepare them for these different types of jobs. And then in the Navy, once again, come out. They do the Legos. They do the underwater robot, and we also did the Navy biomedical camp, which some of the students went over to the Navy Medical Center and got some hands-on training. And Shell Gasoline, they always come out and do our hydrant car. So the summer camp is a big thing that we would love because we like to see so many kids. We have about 50 kids in the summer camp.
They have about 50, huh?
Yeah, 50 kids.
I see.
Now, as you know, all students like to play video games.
Oh, man. That's that word. My grandchild had me in game time?
Okay.
I say, hey,
I
said right away, I said, hey, do you have anything educational, instead of game,
Yeah.
But actually, that's a good field to get into, and in a learning atmosphere.
Right, because we don't always want the student to be consumer. We want them to understand the business side of designing the video game, producing it, and the market. Because one of the things I always say, who wants it and who's going to buy it? So we know kids want video games, and we know mom and dad are going to buy it, and some of the adults, the students that play them as well. So our students need to understand the entrepreneur side or business side.
Now that's the best part.
Right.
Entrepreneur side. This is what we're trying to do: get the youngsters involved in the business world.
No, I agree, and we got to teach them and say, hey, this can be a business, this could be a career. I'm planning it all the time.
Yeah.
Let me turn it around to make a business or a career.
Right.
And so that's what we work with. And Safeway has been very supportive in sponsoring our video gaming conference, also Buffalo Wings. So, you need resources, and we really appreciate all the support that they give us as well. So, and let me mention there's two more exciting programs that we started this year. One is the flight simulation competition, dealing with aerospace engineer or aerospace careers. And we teach the students about those careers, but we also build full simulators, flight simulators, teach them how to fly.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. And then
the students build it themselves.
The students build the flight because they want hands-on. They want to fix, break, or develop something.
Right.
And here's a chance for them to fix it, break it, develop it. And so we're looking forward for May the 7th when they're going to actually do the competition.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to. Next subject is about this May 7th. You're going to be at the Charles Flowers High School in Springdale. Tell us about that event, and then you're going to have the Honorable Chairman Baker, county exec of Prince George County. Tell us about this affair, how he's involved, and what's going to be happening there.
Well, first, we're very pleased to honor have Mr. Baker agree to be the chairman of this year's Youth Summit. And the theme is Pathway to Greatness, which is his theme that I borrowed. He didn't have a problem. And then 1,000 students, 1,000 parents. And our goal this year is to get 1,000 students involved with our program.
Where are the students coming from?
They come from all over Prince George's County.
All over 1,000 students going to participate in this program. May 7th at Flowers High School.
Yes, sir. Last year we had 600 last year at our Youth Summit. But our goal, at least throughout the year as well, to have 1,000 students in our program. But we want 1,000 parents involved as well, because parents is a big plus.
Now that's the best thing that you have is have the parents involved. Don't drop the kids off. You know what I mean, and then go and do something else. Stay there with that child. That's very, very important that the parents are involved in this.
Yes,
and this is I don't know who thought about it on the path to greatness. Actually getting the students and the parents together is very positive.
Well, I got it from Mr. Baker. He's an educated county exec, so he understands that education is key to our success in crime and creating jobs and stuff like that. So I tip my hat off to Mr. Baker. But I get all this from him, seeing him go around the county, saying the type of things you want to do with our county.
Right.
And so I just basically,
Well, actually, there's a program called Evolutionary Elders by Dr. Eugene Williams.
Okay.
And this is elders that, and I want you to meet him. In fact, I gave him your number. He'll be calling you. Where the elders, evolutionary elders, they are mentors to the teenagers.
Oh, great.
Now, these Dr. Williams actually is a English professor. His wife is, these are retired people.
Right.
And his wife is math. And there's other people that are involved, too, in the evolutionary elders.
Okay.
And I think that your group and the evolutionary elders, they would have mentors, people that are actually been through, careers. And actually, and then I had a young man on here Monday that was involved in pursuing different careers and things of that nature.
Right.
I want to give him your name too,
Sure,
because they have individuals like you that are out here working, have panels in which they go from different schools and you talk about your program.
Right.
You talk about things and the evolutionary errors and pursuing a career.
Right.
Those two organizations, I think, you really need to talk to us. So you'll be getting a call for both of them, because I told them that I gave them your phone number, and I knew what you were doing with the teenagers. And I think that having the evolutionary elder, these are individuals that have retired